We're going to start the show at 4 minutes. That's when I'm going to start, just to let y'all know. Hey, Adelina, Pastor Coleman, TJ Graham, Trav, hey, the club, hey. Fly Birdie, what's up, beautiful? What's going on, baby? Will, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? So that means what? I got a minute and a half? All right. Let me just do something real quick. Can y'all put my PayPal and my links in the chat, please, for the people coming in, so they know how to reach out and touch a player. One minute. Thank you. Yo, what's going on? This is Afi Kingdom. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Trav? Diamond Life OG. Yeah, so I'm waiting for Kris Cantu to slide through, but we just gonna flow. Sometimes this is a teachable moment. Sometimes you just gotta run an audible, you know? Because I do understand this guy is all the way out in Thailand, so what's a whole nother day over there? So I don't know what kind of light night he didn't have or what kind of morning he didn't have, but you know, he should get together and come around. You know what I'm saying? So y'all still want to spit some extra level game or what? Press 1 if y'all still want some fire game. And press 2 if Kris Cantu in here and then y'all like, fuck you. We out. Let me know. And if y'all want me to cam up, hit the PayPal, man, or the Cash App, and we'll cam out. Y'all still on it? Okay. Yeah, so you got to run an audible, man. You just can't put your hopes. Luckily, I'm in a position where I have fire game my damn self, so we can always go. He said 1 and 2. That's all good, man. So what's today? Sunday? You guys throw three. You guys throw 3 things in the chat you want to discuss, and we'll go over it right now. You guys want to talk about game? Press 1. You want to talk about the swine flu shit? Press 2. Or if you got a fire question that's real good, just put it in the chat, and we'll just flow. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to pick the topic right now, and we're gonna flow. Pick the topic, and we'll flow for an hour about it. Simple. And then Kris Cantu come through, then boom, we turn into an interview and a rhyme too. All right. So what's on your mind tonight, guys? Let me know, because I'm ready. I got gas. Yeah, me too. I'm just giving y'all some options, you know. What's up, Quentin? How you doing? All right. I'm gonna pick the topic while I wait for you guys. This is what I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I have to go into work tomorrow for just to get the stats on what's gonna happen moving forward, and then after that, yeah, I'm off too. So any ladies who want to see me in person, you know, I catch a flight. We can do it, man. Because I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't trying to stay home for 3 weeks, man. That's the last thing I'm going to do. All right, so we can touch on this. When do you know you truly found your game? Y'all like that? Give me a fire sign if y'all want some of that. Y'all want some of this? And I'll cue up the pimp music and turn the camera on, and we can go. I'm gonna wait for the first 3. So that's 1. When do you know you truly found your game? That's the first one. So let me get 2 more. And then we're gonna pick one. Or maybe all 3, depending on what it is. So that's the first option. When do you know you truly found the game? Option 1. What's option B? Y'all put it in the chat. What's option B? Option B is fire. Oh, you know it's going to be fire. You already know. Tyrone, y'all want the fire. All right. So that's one option. I'm giving y'all the chance to pick 2 more options. That's the first thing we can cover. We'll cover that. Or we can cover 1 good one. We'll cover 3 or 1 good one the whole time. That's how we'll do it. So I'm waiting on y'all to see what you guys come up with. And it will flow. I like that one, but I want to see what you guys can come up with. Game for millennials. Okay, boom. That's the second one. So we're going to talk about when do you know you truly found your game. We're going to give game for millennials. And 1 more. And Travis, why you asked that question? I'm going to cover that, but elaborate a little more because I kind of don't understand what you want. Like game, like internet game, like what you should do. Like just elaborate it a little bit more. I'm going to cover it, but just elaborate a little bit. So I know where I should take shit, you know? Y'all want me to cam up or we cool like this? Cam up or we cool like this? Let me know in the chat. Cam up or cool like this? Y'all might not want to see me. I just might want to hear me tonight, you know? So 2 things I'm waiting on. One more topic to cover, and cam up, or we cool like that. That's it. See how nice I am? I'm giving y'all options and shit. Cam up. Adelina, you want to see the dog or you want to see me? Which one? Are you trying to finesse me? Because I'll put the dog, I'm an asshole. I'll put the dog on camera and not me. So is that what you want? Come here. So she just wants to see the dog. I'm going to put the dog on camera. Come here. You want to see him? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Since you want to be funny, look. Where we at? Boom. Hold on. Boom. That's all you want to see. That's what you want? All right, that's what you want. Now you got what you wanted there, see? Okay. When you truly found yourself and presenting your best self with women, pulling consistently with good dynamics, like if somebody who got a low body count and to learn the game by scratch. Okay. All right, that was it. That's all you wanted. You said you didn't want to see me. You wanted to see the dog. Yep, it's a leather biker coat. I got one on too. Y'all want to see this fresh ass coat I got? All right, so boom. Let me get my man Trav's question, because it's gonna be. Let me see, because I'm an older cat, so. Okay, what do I want to tell you? Let me give you some millennial game for someone with a low body count and to learn the game from scratch. I want y'all to help me out with this one. This is actually a tough question. Because what do I want to tell you? What do I want to tell a young cat who started from scratch? Oh man. All right. I'll tell you this, brother. For one, I'm gonna give you 5 tips. All right. First tip is this. Get away from your blue pill friends. That's the first thing you need to do. So you may ask, why should you get away from your blue pill friends? Because when you're trying to learn game, there we go. So when you're trying to learn game, okay, so you want to get away from your blue pill friends. That's the first thing you want to do. The reason why you want to do that is because, what up, Steve? When you're trying to learn game, what's going to happen is certain things you pick up on. DJ, what's up, bro? Certain things you pick up on. Yeah, but these Dolce and Gabbana looks, though. These just not looks. These Dolce and Gabbana looks. Yeah, you didn't know that one. Yeah, these are the D&G looks. Because when you're learning, they're gonna have you thinking that certain things that you do are not correct, and they're gonna make you question yourself. They're gonna make you question yourself. So you want to get away. So that's the first thing. You want to get away from your blue pill friends. That's the first thing. The second thing is get you a mentor, bro. Actually, mentor is the first one. That's the second one. The most important thing is to get a mentor, brother. Someone who's not going to judge you and they can teach you through your experience. But the main thing is you have to be ready to learn. So you have to humble yourself all the way. If you want to start from scratch, you got to understand that you don't know shit, you know, because a lot of guys, what happens is what happens is he said they hard. Guys try to hold on to certain shit that they know, and then so let me give you an example. So it's like a cat will be like, okay, I know this, and this, but just help me with this. Like, no, sometimes you gotta break shit all the way down in order for things to be effective. You gotta break it all the way down. You just gotta bulldoze the whole house. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bulldoze the whole house. So you gotta humble yourself and be ready to learn from your mentor. So get away from all your blue pill friends. Get you a mentor. Don't focus on sex and women, bro, because focus on understanding what it is here that's going on. You know? Yeah. So it's like if you're trying to learn game and you chasing women at the same time, bro, it's like you're learning, but then you're fucking up too frequently. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's like if you're trying to understand game, it's like you're listening to YouTube content, you're reading the book, you're listening to Rational Male, you're reading Mode 1, and you're hollering at broads at the same time, and you haven't learned things good and well enough to practice them. So you got to take a step back. You have to take a step back to really learn, so you can have an understand. It's just like practicing the game. It's just like practice. You have to learn certain things before you go out there and play, right? So it's the same sort of thing. You hear me, Trav? So that's 3. 4, find you a purpose and work on it. Work towards something while you're learning this. Don't just put your life on pause. Don't put your life on pause and don't put your life on pause and trying to figure out how to chase women and get laid and shit. Don't do that. Still be working towards something, you know, while you're doing it. Don't stop working on your purpose. Don't stop working on your purpose. Yeah, don't stop working on your purpose to learn game and women and shit, and then learn that, and then do that, and then figure that out, and then go to the purpose. You don't do it like that. You need to be working towards something. The reason why I tell you need to be working towards something is because when you have a goal other than women and shit. Okay, so if your purpose is women and all of that and learning game, what's gonna happen is that's gonna be your whole existence, right? So you want to have something bigger. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want something bigger, right? Something bigger that you're going towards. And then, do you feel me? Don't put your life on hold trying to figure out females and female nature and shit, bro. Figure that shit out on the side. Because when you deal with women and women are priority to you, then they gonna know it. They gonna feel it. And you're not going to be successful because that's all that you care about. All you care about is results from the women that you deal with. You know? Like when you go on dates and shit. If that's all you have going on, then so like a date is like a big deal to you. You're going to be like, ooh, I got this date. What am I going to wear? What am I going to do? You like this? You see the back? You know? So you have to have a bigger picture. that you're working towards. So that's what, 3, 4. Last one. Start hanging around people who are successful in the things that you want to do. That's the 5. Hang out with people who are successful in the things you want to do. Find your purpose and your passion. Kill the blue pill friends. Get you a mentor. That's 5. Okay. So there you go. Do those things like that in that order. The other question is from Trav. He said, Quake said, years later, you will be playing catch up like my dad. He's doing good, but he could be doing better. Yeah, real talk. He asked, how do you know? Let me see. Okay. I'm just finding Trav's comment real quick. When do you know you truly found your game? All right, Trav. Well, when you really figured out that you know the game, your life opens up because everything that you do, you don't have to think about it anymore. You start running on autopilot. You know, you start running on autopilot. Things just start happening for you. Situations that you're in, you're able to navigate with purpose. So when I'm saying that, it's like every situation, whether it's a conversation, just everything, you have a goal for that. And then when you can see the path towards your goals, just initially, you know what I'm saying? Like you just see them, then the most likely you know that you have found your game for real. You know, you don't. So mainly you don't have to think about shit no more. You just do. You just do. You don't have to think anymore. So that's the main part. When you just start doing shit and you're not thinking about it, that's for most of the time. That's when you know you found your game. You got that? Years later, yeah. Your dad's a player? Yeah, man. Sometimes people. Matter of fact, Adelina, why don't you get up here? I see you changed your avatar. Let me check it out. Let me see. Let me get Adelina up here. If I can remember your email, let me see. There we go. I just sent you an email, Adelina. Just send you an email. So why don't you check that and you come in. All right. What was the other question that I had? So yeah, that's the game for millennials. What are you? I don't remember the third one. Well, you can just put it in the chat. All right, there you go. So Adelina about to come slide through. She in the cuts right there, and it looked like she in the snow or something. We shall see. I'm gonna put my feet up real quick. What you want? You guys put some questions in the chat. We just chilling. We just chilling now. Shout out to you haters. And let's get the likes up too. Did you get the link or no? You know what? I'm gonna just put the link in the chat. Press 1 if you want to come up in here. I'll put the link in the chat if y'all want to come on. Hey.
Hey, Afi.
What's up, boo? What you doing?
Just chilling at home with all this corona mess going on. What are you up to?
Oh man, I'm chilling. I was supposed to interview Kris Cantu, but I don't know what happened to him, man. But like I was saying, sometimes that's how shit goes. And you just gotta run an audible and just keep things going, just as I'm doing now, you know?
Yeah. I was wondering why you wanted me to get on your live, but yeah, I'm here watching you every day, so I don't mind.
Well, don't say it like that. You were wondering, like, no, you can come
Well,
up.
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of uncomfortable whenever it comes to just being on a panel with a lot of guys. It could be kind of
Well, it's just me right now.
yeah, you're cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, then let's do this. Let's work on getting you more comfortable. How about that? You down for that? You down for that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. So why are you uncomfortable?
Because I don't do this every day like you do.
Turn your avatar around.
I don't know how to do it.
Turn your camera off. No, that's the wrong thing. No, you just turn the camera off. Don't cut the thing off. All right, she'll figure it out. Alpha mentality is going to be needed right now during this bullshit. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tony, you right, bro. I'm not really scared. My whole thing is I don't want to go somewhere and get stuck. I'm not really scared of dying and shit though. You know? That's not my angle. I'm not scared of dying. But yeah, you got is it crazy where you live and shit? Are they going crazy over there? Quake says, if you don't know what purpose is, if you don't know what your purpose is, do you just go for the next best thing? Saving money, working out, saving money, budget, etc. All right, we can figure this out for you too, Quake. So you don't know what your purpose is. All right. Give me 3 things that you like to do. Give me three things in the chat that you like to do. And then from there, we'll narrow it down to 2. And then I'm gonna make you choose 1. Give me a fire sign. We're gonna change your whole life and find your purpose right now. I'm gonna show y'all what I do. And you can beam up and we can do it, or we can do it in the chat. You know? I'm gonna school you real quick. But you gotta be faster on the messages. You gotta be faster. You know? That's it. I mean, I figured the save the money part out twice, but I'm asking you, what are 3 things that you like to do, brother? That's what I'm asking. We're gonna find your purpose right now. I'm gonna show you how to find it. There she goes. Oh, you look so pretty right there. Can you hear me, Adelina? Adelina. Okay, well, she's here. I guess she just got to get her mic shit straight. Okay. He says, I'm good at Here she goes. I'm good at mechatronics, electrical engineering major. I like technology, video games, and hip hop. Okay. So you put your major out there. Your major is, I hear you. Your major is electric engineering. Then you like technology and video games, and then you like hip hop. All right. So now, purpose and passion should be monetized. It doesn't have to be monetized, but we're gonna try to figure out if you can get one of these things that you really enjoy and make money from it. You know, so one of these things should fall off. So which one out of all these three things, if you can pick something that you can wake up and go to and get some money, which two would it be? So now you're gonna cut one of those off. You're gonna cut off the engineer shit, you're gonna cut off the video games, or you're gonna cut off the music. You gotta tally off this shit. Are you here, Adelina?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. How was your day? We'll chop it up while I wait for his comment.
It was good. This whole town is dead, basically. I think everybody's scared. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, because I seen yesterday on the show you said that you were divorced, correct?
Correct.
How long were you married? How long were you married for? And how long did you date before you were married? Because we're doing two things. We getting you more comfortable and working on him at the same time.
Right. Well, I knew him in high school, and then whenever I was 23, we got together at a party, and then we kind of caught up, and then we got engaged about 3 months later. It was pretty quick, but we already knew each other, so it wasn't a big deal to me at the time. So it wasn't like I just met him, but I mean, it was a big mistake, obviously. But we were engaged for 4 years because I wasn't sure if I wanted to marry him or not. And then we were married for almost 4. So total, he almost wasted 10 years of my life, but I take accountability for that. I don't blame him for it. I blame myself mostly.
Okay. And how old were you when you got married?
27.
So you were a decent age. You were young, but still old enough to, take accountability. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you've been divorced for how long now?
About 2 years.
Okay. So, what's your situation on dating now? Do you date? Are you bitter? Did it fuck with your confidence?
No, it didn't fuck with my confidence, but it did make me more cautious. And I did meet a guy afterwards online. Actually, I met a few guys, and some of them were just total weirdos. It was just like one guy almost molested me in a parking lot. It was ridiculous. And there was another guy that I met, and he fell so in love with me, and he was a great, great guy. But I couldn't reciprocate the feelings, so I had to let him go. And I knew I would regret it. Everybody said that I'm going to, but I still haven't. So after that, I've just kind of taken a break, because to me, that says a lot. If it's a perfect guy in my mind and I don't feel like I'm ready, then I just need to take a step back and just regroup something.
That's what's up. So you're smart enough to understand that you gotta take a step back. See, I feel like a lot of times women, they try to band-aid from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship.
Right.
And they still carrying on baggage from each situation,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they wonder why these relationships have a 6 month to 2 year max on it.
Exactly.
Look at that. Look how accurate that was. You see that?
Mm-hmm. You're on point. I'm telling you, that is exactly what happened. And everybody's like, you just need to be with him and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't force it. I mean, I'm not in that space. I should have taken more time instead of wasting this man's time and wasting my own time. And he's got a kid on top of it. So I don't want to waste two people's time. It just, I need to get my shit together is the way I look at it.
Right. Was this a black guy or what?
He was a white guy.
White guy. It seemed like you like brothers. I catch that from you.
You making me blush. Stop.
You like brothers?
I do.
I mean, do you? So have you dated one seriously, or is this like a fantasy of yours?
More like a fantasy.
Fantasy. Boo.
Yeah.
We gonna unpack that in 30 seconds because I'm gonna make sure I tell Quake.
Oh shit.
Gotta help. See, this is multitasking here. You're doing two important things at once. Yeah, man. It's gonna get heavy. You already know it's gonna get heavy. Nobody else can do this type of shit but me. I promise you. I don't know. Y'all, I hope you understand this.
Oh, I know.
So I could just say what's up. So he's gonna cut off hip hop and video games. I plan to self-learn making video games though. Okay, so focus on self-making the video games. If you can make money from it, man, you know they got things where you can get paid to play video games and shit like that. I will work on that on the side and really still work on self-development. Because right now you got the career shit going, and that's cool. But the career is not going to build you. You see that? It's not going to build you. The only way your career is going to build you is if that is your purpose. That's the only way. Just like right now, this is my purpose, and I'm passionate about it. Like I say, I don't care who slide through. If I can help one or two people, my job is done. Each time I'm on here, you know, it's something that I like to do. The money and shit is cool, but helping people is more rewarding. You know what I'm saying? But the main purpose is mechatronics, since I'm going to school for it. Okay, boom. So this is what you should think about now. When you get this job that you want, go to work, right? But go to work and study what you do. So when you go to work and you study what you do, you'll learn the skills of the trade, but then you'll be able to branch off and do your own shit, right? And then once you do your own shit, then that's when you're going to understand if it's really your purpose or your passion. Because purpose and passion, purpose is working on yourself towards a goal. Passion is what you're here for in life. That's the difference. So so you'll find out you're passionate about it is if you can do it in the building stage with no money. You see that? Giving y'all a fire game now. Zip, zip, zip back to Adelina. Now, we doing it all tonight. So you said the black man is a fantasy for you. So if this is a fantasy for you when you're about maybe 37, 38 years old.
Do I look 37 or 38?
No, you just have a mature vibe. And I know you're around the same age as I am by your conversation, the way you think, and things that I've heard you say.
I'm 32.
32?
Yeah.
Oh, you got an old swag to you. You got that old twang. So you being 32, how is it still a fantasy? How come throughout your whole dating life you never tapped into it? Like, what stops you? Are you in a place where there's not many black guys? Like, you know, because it'd be different if you were 22 and you hadn't got around to it. You've lived a pretty full life. So how come you never tapped into the soul of a brother yet? Is my question to you.
Well, for almost the past 10 years, I was married, engaged and married. So before that, I really didn't have a lot of black guys around me. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Most of my crushes are black guys. As far as celebrities go, definitely black guys. It's not like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp. It's more like Morris Chestnut or Denzel. Oh, he's so hot.
And who else?
I
Afi
don't
Kingdom,
remember
that's
his name, but it's that soap opera guy. Do you remember Young and the Restless?
yeah, Afi Kingdom, that guy, him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know him.
You, of course. I mean, come on.
Thank you.
Oh, Afi.
What do you like? Hey, China White, what's up, big bro Lawrence? What do you like about black men though? Is it do you feel like black men are more masculine than white men, or that white men is masculine as black men? What do you feel about
It depends. It depends though. I don't like a thug that sells weed, of course, but if somebody's, I don't know how to explain it. Let me try to think how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I can give you examples of people, but I don't want to throw out any names. So
why not?
because I just don't do that.
Okay. Okay, well,
They might be listening.
they might be listening.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that means that you like somebody who creates content then, right?
I do. I like smart people. I like smart people and people that just have their life together, basically. Yeah.
China White says she know what you like about black men.
Yeah, China probably does.
Is it a sex thing?
Not necessarily, but it is very attractive.
Yeah. She says she knows.
We need to get China up here.
China, you want to come up here?
I'm shy.
You doing good. You doing good. You doing good. I want to know who you interested in. I want to know who you hiding from. That's what I want to know.
I'm not hiding.
Because obviously you're not talking about me because you up here with me. So it's not me.
I'm not hiding from anybody, Afi. I was just saying as an example, like a man that has everything together. I'm not saying that I want this person or want to be with them. It's just like, for example, LDA, like he's got his shit together, everything. Mm-hmm. Like that's attractive to me, like that type of person.
Mm-hmm. It's good you brought LDA up, right? Because now we're gonna really unpack this shit now. Because watch this. So you find me attractive, yes or no?
Yes.
You find Lawrence attractive, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
But we're fucking opposite. We don't have shit in common. Or maybe we do. That's for you to say. So what are key qualities that maybe you can see in both of us, or maybe something that you like about him, or something that you like about me, that you can tell these guys so they can kind of hear from a woman's perspective of what they find attractive in a man, and then also they'll be able to really learn this shit because they have visual examples of what you're speaking of. Fire sign, y'all ready for that?
I think that not just me, but a lot of females find it attractive whenever a man is on his purpose and he's masculine like that, because women aren't, and we're not supposed to be. So that's the type of energy that they give off, or you give off, and he gives off. So it makes me as a woman feel more, it makes me feel more complete as a woman because I'm not supposed to be that. Does that make sense?
Give me some more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me some more. You on the road? Come on, give me some more. Double Triple X, what's going on? Yeah, well, you know, me and him are completely different. We have a different swag, different look.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't matter because you have different things going on and all that, but you still have to have that masculine energy, and y'all do in different ways. It doesn't matter what your hobbies are, what you talk about. It's two totally different things. But it's attractive that you're on your purpose and you're actually doing it. You're not just talking the talk, you're actually walking it and doing it and sticking to it, and you're consistent. I mean, all those things are just attractive to women, and I am a woman, so it's very attractive to me.
Interesting. So when do you find yourself getting back into the dating game?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna force it. I'm just kind of chilling right now.
Yeah.
Just doing what I want to do, just doing me, and it's kind of nice actually.
And you do like what, coding or something, right?
It's kind of like a hobby that I'm working on that I want to pursue more and develop it into something bigger. I do have a career and a job and all that, but this is something that I actually enjoy doing. So I figure why not do something that I want to do. If anybody could do anything for free, I know nobody wants to do anything for free. Don't freak out, chat. I'm just saying nobody wants to swim with dolphins for free and not be able to pay their mortgage or their rent. But if you could do something for free but get paid for it, like this is something that I would do. So why not pursue it if I can?
Well, let me ask you this. Not you don't have to get into detail, but like what kind of work you do? Because I'm asking that because
I do hair.
You do hair?
Mm-hmm.
Black hair or white hair?
White hair mostly.
White. I don't know. Like even though you're white, you got blonde hair.
I can't braid worth a crap. I mean, my best friend, she's a black girl and she braids. She does all the braiding and I'll do all the coloring and everything. So we kind of have that figured out.
Yeah, so you answered part of my question. You have some soul to you, underlying undertone of soul. I feel it from you. And I'm just being honest. And then you just said your best friend was black. I was gonna say I know you hang around black chicks, and you just said it.
Yeah, my best friend. She's Brandy.
Brandy, shout out to Brandy. How did you come up on this content? Like how did you brand
for you?
Well,
like
just period. Since seeing that this is like a man's domain, like how did you find yourself?
Oh, actually, it was Tracy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know her personally?
No, I don't know her personally, but I like her chats every now and then.
So from then, where you just seen cool looking guys, and then you just said, "Fuck it, let me."
Yeah.
Let me go over to the locker room and see what's popping.
Pretty much. Guilty. Yep. Wanted to see what the fellas were talking about.
Yeah. So who were the first guys that you listened to on YouTube?
Probably that Jackson guy.
Derek Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay, then who came after him?
And then there was some crazy haired white guy, but he really gets on my nerves, so I stopped listening to him. Forgot his name. I don't remember his name, but he just cusses people out in the chat. And I'm like, damn. Okay.
Hey, how'd you come across my content?
Tracy, I told you.
Tracy? Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you first listened to my shit, what did you think? Did you see me first or you heard me first?
No, I just came in your chat and started talking to you, and we were cool ever since.
Yeah. What was your? Did you see me first, or was it a thing where you did? It took a while for you to see me because I don't always cam up. You know?
I think you had your avatar up.
And what was your impression
About
the person who I am? Your impression.
Are you asking me if I think you're attractive? Just say it.
No, I'm asking you exactly what I'm asking you. I didn't say that you think I'm handsome. We already confirmed that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you keep digging.
I'm talking about impression. Just like I just told you. I told you my impression of you.
I had a good impression. I had a really good impression of you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stuck around. I wouldn't have.
I just told you about your soul, about your black ties, right? All that's my impression of you. It's not how you look.
Well, let me tell you something about you, Afi, that I really like. I'm not gonna like make a really big story about it or anything, but I went into another guy's chat, and he was actually somebody that was in your chat, or no, he was a guest, or maybe on your panel or something. And I subscribed to his channel, and I got a notification, and I went inside his chat, and basically everybody in there attacked me because I was a woman. And I was like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? And I didn't even say anything. I didn't cause no commotion. I didn't say anything. I just said, hey, I'm here just showing support, hitting the like, go you. And he was like, oh, don't cause no drama. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And with you welcome women. And it's kind of like he didn't want me in there. I don't know why. I wasn't going to say anything. I mean, it was just, I don't know. That was very off-putting because it's like he wasn't secure in what he was saying. Like women can't hear it also.
Right. That's a good point. You know, a lot of cats on YouTube, man, aren't very diverse, and they're not open-minded, right? And
Right.
and what happens is that makes you a shell of a person because you put a ceiling on yourself, right? You have to be open. Just like talking to you right now, I'm learning things, and that's how come I know so much shit because I know how to shut the fuck up and pick up on game. I don't shoot the messenger. I take meat off bones, and that's what everybody should do. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a position where, like I'm talking to you, right? But I'm talking to you as myself. So what I mean by that is, I talk my shit or whatever, and I talk my shit, and you heard me talk my shit. But just because you came up, I'm not gonna pander to you and be like, oh, all of this shit. There's a woman on here. I gotta, And I've actually seen other guys do that shit.
Yeah.
Change their whole little swag and everything when a woman come around. See me, I have an abundance mindset for real, and me, it's like I love myself enough and know the type of shit that I have going on that I feel like I'm a bonus to any person who I connect with in their life. So when you feel like that and you think like that, I have no reason to adjust because I'm whole as a person. I'm a complete package, right?
Right.
So, and it'll take a woman who's smart enough to understand the concept of I'm not the only man that's like this, right? But I'm just open enough to say what I'm thinking, right? So a woman will love the brutal honesty of me because women can sense fraud from men. They can sense it. They know when you're not about that life. They know when you ain't about that life, I promise you. As slick as you think you want to talk, they know who's fucking with the bitches and who not. Right?
Right.
Because guys who deal with women have a swagger about themselves, a confidence about themselves. Men that are used to being validated by women, they carry themselves a certain way. You can't buy it. You can't read it. And when women are around, they can feel it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's certain men, Adelina, that you will meet, and you understand the concept of you may have to be in competition mode with this guy because he has other women, regardless as if he confirms it or not. You just know. You can feel it the way he talks to you. You can feel it when he's around you. Even some guys that may entertain sex to you a certain way because you understand. Kris Cantu coming out here. Super late.
You know what's funny, Afi? It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. My mom, she asked me, she's like, "What have you been doing? I haven't heard from you in a while." Because me and my mom, we talk a lot. But I told her about you and your channel and everything. Because she's like, "Are you still modding on YouTube?" Because I mod about, I don't know, like 7 or 8. I don't know how many channels, but I told her about yours, and then I told her that, well, I guess this was about a month ago whenever I went on China's live with LDA. It was right after that. And then I went on yours, and I told her about it. And I told her some of the things that you guys were saying. And she was like, "You didn't know that men think that way?" I was like, "No, I do now. I mean, I kind of did, but I never actually heard men publicly put it out there like that, like you guys do." So, I mean, or you mostly, because LDA, he's putting out, he said he's putting out more stuff that we ain't ready for, or y'all ain't ready for. So I don't know.
So real quick,
He was setting up the foundation this past week.
Yeah. Kris Cantu, I'm glad you showed up. We didn't get consultations. We didn't talk about female. We didn't found somebody's purpose on here. We didn't just been
nice.
And now, so Adelina, you on here, now you can co-host with me now. Boom. We talked about getting you more comfortable. Well, how can we get you in position?
Hey, Kris.
You in position now.
How you doing, Adelina?
So shout out to, so shout out to
Good.
Kris Cantu. Let me give you your roses. I was watching your shit when I first came on YouTube before I started a channel. So it's actually an honor and a pleasure to have you on here. Just to chop it up. And I wanted to break into your lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle that I desire, and it shows man such an abundance mindset that you can live out of the country. So my man, he lives in Thailand right now, and he's on his digital nomad stuff, and that's pretty dope. And it takes a certain type of person to live like that, want to live like that, and even feel confident enough to pull that off, which is also attractive to women. I know y'all want to make the connection. Boom, that's a connection too. It's abundance mindset. So Kris, come on in. So introduce him, tell you who you are and what you've been up to.
Yeah, Afi, thanks for having me on, man. I got back on Instagram recently, and thanks to John for Modern Life Dating. So it was good to connect with you on Instagram and seeing all the good work that you're putting out there. So thanks for having me on here on YouTube, and good to be talking to the Mukbang gang.
Oh yeah, I got like 6 little platforms I talk on, so I'm always doing stuff. The mukbang, the wrestling, the podcast, this. I like to try to do it all. That's why I like my channel, because a lot of channels have one thing. Like on my channel, you'll have a conservative interview one day. Next day we'll talk about positive energy. The next day we'll talk about how to get sex from women. The next day we're talking about coding, how to get into it. So it's like a real life man channel. You can get just like now we were just breaking down female nature and stuff. But I want to ask you, where you been, man? Like, when you disappeared and shit. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, man, YouTube, I'm pretty much banned for life on YouTube. I lost a channel at the beginning of 2018, which is probably what I'm kind of known for in the manosphere, is the red pill on steroids. I was talking about female nature and the red pill, and to 10,000 subscribers, man, just gone overnight. And so I started another channel that went for a little while, but then that one got pulled again. So I think there is 1 or 2 channels on YouTube that has my content. A couple of guys that were subscribed, like downloaded my videos, re-uploaded them. So I've pretty much been off of YouTube for about 1.5 years now. And, everything happens for a reason. We talk about abundance mindset. Anytime you have a setback, you got to just push forward and keep winning and keep finding a way. So what I've been doing the last probably 6 to 8 months is just getting off of all of social media. I deleted my Instagram, deleted Twitter, really just kind of unplugged from the social media and focused on my own business. I run a digital marketing agency focused on copywriting. So, basically you get past lemons, you got to make some lemonade, and that's what I've done. So it's been good to kind of circle back with, like I said, John from Modern Life Dating, LFA, who we're big fans of. I think you're a big fan of also. And so those guys kind of having me back on their show and bring me back on YouTube, at least, at least peripherally, is awesome. And so it's good to open up new audiences and talk about the things that I've kind of seen traveling around and getting outside the United States. And I love sharing that information, because I think, especially for men that are in the United States, live in the box lifestyle, maybe at a job that you're not getting paid what you think you're worth. And you have this kind of drive to get out of that lifestyle, and you see other guys traveling around and you want to bridge that gap. And so if I can help in any way, shed some light on at least how I did it, then hopefully more guys can at least start traveling to different places outside the United States, right. Start seeing the different cultures, seeing how women are different in different parts of the world. And I think that makes living, at least if you have to stay in the United States, it makes it a little more bearable, because it's we call it the clown world in in the United States. Things are a little bit backwards than what they could be, I guess. Not necessarily should be, but could be. So, but yeah, I've been traveling. I've been outside the United States for the last 2 years. I got lucky in that I was investing a lot in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin specifically. And so at the end of 2017, it kind of took off and had a bit of a bull run. So, I was able to take advantage of that. But when I got out here, man, I lost my YouTube channel. That was one of my main sources of income from doing super chats and getting donations and stuff. So I had to kind of figure it out from scratch all over again. And, I was able to do some online teaching. It's big out here. Everyone wants to learn English. So if you're an American native English speaker, that's a very powerful resource that you have that not many people think about. We kind of take it for granted. But if you can get out and either teach in a school or teach online, a lot of people want to learn English. And so I was able to kind of get on that, and that helped bridge the gap between losing my YouTube channel and starting my agency. And so now I don't teach much anymore. Things are kind of going well with my marketing and copywriting, but that's one option for you guys to work online. Another one I would say is freelancing. So like, you probably have a bunch of skills already just from doing your YouTube and networking and things like that, that you could utilize, either monetize that for yourself with like Patreon and things like that, or just maybe for some other guys, maybe doing freelancing and doing social media for other companies, e-commerce businesses, personal brands. So there's a bunch of different options now for freelancing, doing your own products, doing e-com. So there's a lot of ways that you can make that online money and then get you to where you can live in a cheaper place. Like it's a lot less expensive to live here in Thailand, to have a nice place, food every month, a little entertainment, and then just save the rest of the money that you're making. So that's a good plan and a good option for a lot of guys if you can find something that you can monetize either yourself or through freelancing.
Cool. So I got another question for you, and then Adelina, you get a question after me. So my question is, because we're gonna touch on that, we're gonna dig deep in that, but I still want to get the background first. So what was your experience with women that brought you to the red pill to even think to start the channel and to actually go through and do it? Because I know for myself, I thought about making a channel for maybe 2 years before I actually made one. And I remember what made me start the channel was I was watching Alpha Male Strategies, and he was like so brash and real. He motivated me to start because I have a I'm articulate. I'm a very I'll just say I'm a one of a kind dude. So I didn't understand or have an idea of how people would take to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm loud.
You stole my question.
Yeah, you know, I'm saying like I'm laid back, I'm flamboyant, like I'm cocky and shit. So sometimes I'm too much for certain people. But when I see him do it, he's like, man, fuck these hoes, and and put him. I'm like, well, shit, he's just like a regular dude. Let me try it. And then I made a few videos, like 4 videos, and got like 5 subscribers and 10 subscribers in a month. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck happens next? I made the videos, no one's seeing them. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Just keep putting shit out. So I had like them 4 or 5 videos, and then I had been doing it maybe a month and a half, and I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. Lucario, but he I guess he liked what I was saying in the comments, and he had checked my shit on the under. And I remember I had the interview with him. I had like 70 subs, and then from that one interview, I was very humbled because guys were hitting me up for dating advice, and I'm like, well, damn, I was just on Lucario shit, and he was been coaching guys since Tariq Nasheed, and why are they asking me? Because I was just happy to do an interview with him. I wasn't thinking nothing of it, and it's just funny how randomly, like how you can just tap into something. Because from that day, I was doing one-on-one consultations on accident. I remember on the video when he asked me my email, I didn't even have an email. I just made it up live, like Mr. King 101. Boom, and then I just said, well, I guess I got to make it now. And then I made it up, and then boom, I get in emails with these long ass stories. Hey, I got this, and I'm like, well, fuck. I did this shit for like a day, and I'm like, I'm charging for this shit. Fuck that. And then
yep.
It is just funny because, like, you know, a lot of guys end up doing them, but I'm one of the guys who started off doing it like that. So I'm saying that to say, so that was my introduction to it. So what was your introduction to it?
Yeah, good question. So the channel that I had on YouTube, I started in 2008. So I even had some videos going back, you know, since 2008 on that channel. And, you know, I remember getting into the red pill, you know, a relationship that I was in that I was trying to make work. And I didn't understand like shit tests. And, you know, really I was raised by single mom, so I didn't understand female nature. You know, I used to read like the Mystery Method and like these PUA kind of books back in the day, Neil Strauss, The Game, you know, things like that. But those guys never really kind of went that MGTOW route or even just like alpha male strategies. Like we'll just tell you like bluntly, you know, you got to be, you know, to get respect from women, you got to kind of treat them like an asshole. It's not what you think. It's not the Prince Charming, you know, prince and princess, you know, live happily ever after Disney bullshit that they try to, the picture that they try to paint. And so, you know, I remember finding MGTOW, just Sandman, like he's kind of a popular MGTOW video content creator. And what's that?
Robot
dude. The robot dude. Yeah. He kind of he's kind of into some kinky stuff with the sex dolls that he pitches. But at the time, I mean, going from being red pill awake about the government and the financial banking system and, you know, the United Nations and kind of the big macro 50,000 foot level, I never drew that comparison to women and female nature and feminism. And, you know, my family back home in San Antonio, you know, they kind of lean towards the left, the kind of democratic, you know, left, false left-right paradigm that I call it. So it brought it all back home, getting out of this relationship, finding, I guess, MGTOW in the red pill in terms of like Rollo Tomasi, female nature, you know, things like that. And so I was ready to get out of my apartment. I wanted to really make this online, make money online and travel thing happen. I took a trip to Cabo San Lucas by myself in 2016, beginning of 2016, never taken a vacation, never gone traveling by myself. And I remember sitting on a beach in Cabo, I was surfing, I was watching the sunset. And that was my moment that I need to figure this out. Other guys are making money online, doing ebooks or doing e-commerce stores. like, this is something I need to figure out for myself. So from that moment on, I pretty much dedicated to figuring out how I could make money online. Was it creating courses or ebooks? You know, what was it? But I kept trying a bunch of different things, investing in different courses, and it only really took less than 2 years that I was able to kind of bridge that gap, come out here to Bangkok, help a friend of mine with the MGTOW Global Summit, another YouTuber named Ronan Man. And so it just, the thing is, you have to have enough at bats, and then a lot of things aren't going to work. But the more that you keep pushing forward and finding something, I mean, talk about abundance mindset. I mean, there's a ton of opportunity right now for guys that want to get a piece of the online money making. You know, there's so many different things you can try and be successful at. It just takes time. Like you were saying, you did a couple videos, you know, you got the 4 videos up, you only had a couple subscribers, but, you know, because you were in the comment section, networking, you know, working with other guys, you know, following other guys and supporting them, it all comes back around eventually. So I'd say that's the biggest thing about abundance mindset is it takes time. And a lot of guys, you know, they don't want to spend that time in the trenches, having something grow from nothing, making something from nothing. So if you can figure out that and just keep being persistent, then eventually you kind of have breakout, everything aligns, and, you know, you're off to the races. So I think that's kind of where I started. And then, you know, since then it never ends. You just keep grinding. And so that's what I like about it. It keeps you on your toes.
For sure. Shout out to Sincerely. You look pretty right there. I like the hair and the face like that. That's real sexy. You keep that look up, and that color is for you and match your skin. Shout out to you. So just one more quick question. Adelina, you coming up next, so I hope you're ready with your question. So I just want to ask you, and this is kind of like some advice for myself. So you had the idea to move abroad, because this is actually what I want to do. And I'm just trying to find, I think the issue with me is I live comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I haven't hit a rock bottom moment where I have to do some shit. So it's just hard to motivate myself to leave my regular life. Like, I like my cars, I like my place, I like my money, I'm cool. So it's just hard for me to configure how to leave that to get something better. I feel in my soul that if I actually follow through and do it, my life will be better. I have some flyer shit and just be around flyer people, and it'll open me up for new opportunities. But just getting there is, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. You can maybe tell me how you felt to where you say, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this shit. Because I'm sure moving out the country is a major thing. So I know there's times you thought about it before actually following through. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First, I don't know.
I would say I was in that position where I was very comfortable. I was living in Austin, Texas. I had a good job working at a tech WordPress company. And so,
MLD.
John, yeah, good to see you, man. I kind of said, you know, I'm gonna do this or die trying. And what I ended up doing is I moved out of that big, nice, plushy apartment, and I moved into my Jeep. I saw this other YouTuber that was living in his Jeep, and he was making videos about how he's like made his bunk bed and how he like was modding out his Jeep, you know, like the van lifestyle.
So you left your plushed out place to live in your Jeep?
Yeah. That was my plan. I was going to film a YouTube video every day. I was going to film it from, you know, these places I was staying at, like the parking lot or the storage place. I just had enough, man. I was like, I guess my theory was, if I take one step back, I could take 2 steps forward. And so for me, it was just like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to figure it out one way or another. I mean, it's not that hard. It's like camping, you know, but it was more of a mindset thing that said, if I can put myself through a little bit of suffering and a little bit of uncomfortable lifestyle, then that will help me down the road. So that's what I ended up doing with the YouTube channel. And I think guys kind of took to that because they could see it was being raw and real. You know, that here I am in my Jeep, you know, filming these videos, doing these live streams. And so I think that's just, it's not a traditional way to do it. I think if I could go back in time, I probably would have, like, if I was sitting where you're at, I would just plan a trip and travel. And then before jumping and making that move, I would go visit a bunch of different places and then see, okay, I like it here. I don't like it here so much.
You already did that, like me. Like,
yeah,
I love Colombia. I love Dubai, Thailand, Philippines. Like, I fucks with the traveling. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
you know, I just came from Morocco, just came from Rome, like November. Like, so I say my top 3 places are Colombia, Dubai. Dubai, I like you can get that teaching tax-free money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you are familiar. I teach elementary for the daytime. That's my day shift.
Okay.
It gives me the option.
I see those stories.
Yeah. So I can just go all around. Don't have to worry about having a job or taking off work. So it works for me.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, but that's cold. You left the shit to sleep in your car. See, I gotta get there because see, a lot of people go through shit like that, but it's not voluntary.
Right.
That makes it different. You put yourself in that position. That's a cold mindset, man. Cold. So
I did.
Brother. All right, Adelina.
I called it the home free lifestyle because, like you said, you get to see things on that level that you don't normally get to see. And I was always grateful that, you know, I could always leave and go get a place if I needed to. But you see some things that really humble you and you have that fire inside to get out of that situation. And so it ended up working out with all the money I saved from my rent and expenses living in a really kind of expensive place. I invested in Bitcoin and I ended up paying off some property out in Colorado, out in the mountains. And so I have, you know, like three square miles of land out there that's paid off 100% that I own. And so that was kind of my thinking is, you know, my next place, I'm gonna own the place. I don't want to just keep renting. And so luckily Bitcoin took off and I was able to come out here to Thailand. So it's not for everyone, but I ended up living in my Jeep for like a year and a half, all told. So
Adelina.
Yeah.
Boom, where you at?
I'm here. I have more than one question though. Well, one of them kind of came up just now. So I'll just go ahead and ask that one about Bitcoin. Do you like Bitcoin better or do you like the ones that are like, I think the other one that's more popular now, is it Imperium?
Ethereum, almost.
Ethereum, yeah. Are you familiar with that one? Would you recommend that one instead?
I mean, I'm pretty much a Bitcoin maximalist. There's, I think, close to 3,000 other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, I never really liked it. I bought some, sold some. I know about it. I know how to use it. For me, I just like things simple. Bitcoin's easy. It's the most used and the most popular. So those are the ones I stick with. But there's an opportunity if you're into trading and learning how to chart and trade that you can do pretty well with some of the other altcoins out there. I had a lot of Litecoin at one time and sold that back into Bitcoin. So that's my favorite. I'm pretty much, kind of Bitcoin all the way, but, there's some other opportunities with the other ones. It just takes a long time to figure out, how to really make money off of those smaller coins. Some of them will be up some days, down some days. And, I just like it easy. But if you're into like charts and stuff like that, then there's nothing wrong with those.
I guess it just depends on if you're going to invest or use, because whenever I did my study on cryptocurrency, it was a very small study. It wasn't very big at all. It was like an online course, and the altcoins, they were following Bitcoin, and Bitcoin now, it's I mean, after it blew up, it's so expensive now. So a lot of people can't afford it.
Right.
So that's the
Even
only
if you
problem
just get
for
a
most
little
people.
bit, even if you
Yeah.
just get a little bit, I think that's one that's going to be like a classic. You know, like everyone's going to remember that Bitcoin was like the first one, and then
Right.
everything came after it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's more for a long-term investment. Also, like Bitcoin this past week went down over 40%, and it was a great time to buy. But if you had bought a week ago, you're out 40% of your investment. So having the right mindset around the investments like cryptocurrency, you don't want to invest money that you're going to need next month. You got to kind of invest money that you're okay not seeing for a while. And that's how I look at it. So everything that I put in now is I either get it free from some affiliate programs that I've been in for a few years, or when I do buy, like I did this week, I make sure that it goes down quite a bit and I feel comfortable buying it.
Okay. Thank you for that. My second question is, I met a girl on YouTube. Well, not a girl. I call her aunt or auntie because she's quite older. She started a channel and it's the same people coming back, maybe 4 subscribers, but she's really putting out different types of content. She's not talking crap about other content creators because that's a thing nowadays, apparently. And yeah. So she asked me in the chat, she said, how do I get my platform to reach more people? And I'm thinking, go into other chats, talk to other people. I mean, people sub to me. I don't even have a platform. And I don't know, I think I have like 30 something subscribers. And I'm like, I don't even get on YouTube like that, except for on here. So how would she reach out to other people to make her platform bigger?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right about the drama thing, and that's good. She's staying away from it. That's become its own little niche of just like people that create drama for other people.
Right, it's just back and forth,
roast
same
videos.
crap every day, same thing every single day, back and forth. Stupid.
I'd say a good long-term strategy is you mentioned that she does content on a bunch of different subjects, and I think what's going to be more popular is to, and especially in the online space, is to what they call niching down, or finding one subject that you can be the expert at, and then just doing content based off of that. Essentially, people have questions and they want to find answers. And so if you can be the one that provides those answers, and you're like an expert in a certain niche, so to speak, whether it's dating, red pill, fashion, how to, different kind of thing, how to lose weight, how to gain weight, how to gain muscle. You really you really want to niche down and to find something that you're an expert at, that you can provide value for, and then create content just around that, versus trying to make content about a lot of different things. People won't really know you as at that resource of what are you going to provide. But if you can provide the same thing consistently over and over again, help people solve their problems, that's a foolproof way to grow your channel. And that's more of a long-term strategy, but that's kind of what I would recommend. Of course, go to other chats, network, provide value. When you leave a comment on someone else's video, make sure it's something of value that can help other people, and then you'll start to get known in that small community, and then you'll start growing that way. So that's what I would recommend.
Good.
Thank you,
Adelina. I want to touch on that too. I would say too, to your friend, you got to be consistent. You can't base your success on what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? I can get on here and I can make a video, something that I'm very passionate about, and get 300 views on it, and I can get on here and talk about something that I can give 0 fucks about and get 3,000 views on it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, and it goes from day to day. You know what I mean? So you got to realize, like, what are you doing it for? Do you really want to help people? If that's what it is for her, then figure that out. Or is it just money? Because each one of these lanes, you go about it differently. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I think she's been very consistent about it. And it's the same people showing up, showing her support. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I think it's kind of because we kind of feel bad and we're trying to support, because you don't want to, you know, not have any views. That's just, I don't know. I just feel bad, but it's like she's got to do something different. She's been stagnant for about a year, and she's I would say she's probably like 50 or 60 years old, and she's a really nice lady, and I'm supporting her. But
you gotta tap into her audience, though. She gotta tap in. Like, it's easy for me to do my content because I only talk about shit I like.
Yeah, maybe
I like women, I like traveling, I like books, and I personal develop. So
I'm not gonna lie, I do get bored with what she's saying. So if I'm bored, then damn, I know that everybody else isn't gonna stick around.
Here, you send me one of her videos, and I'll tell you if she need to wrap that shit up. That's how we put that out.
No, Afi, you gonna say wrap that shit up?
No, I might give her 3 tips though. You never know. We'll see. She might have.
I don't know.
Send me the video, baby, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, I'll email you.
Yeah, email me. Cecilia, you killing me with that hair right there. My Modern Life Data says, Chris, just take off your shirt. Get the ladies what they want.
Hey, Afi and Chris, I'll see y'all in the chat. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. So, we got to get super chats up before any shirts come off. I don't know where we're at with the super chats or.
I got demonetized, bro.
Okay. They need to hit your Patreon then.
Yeah, man. Hit the Patreon and hit the Cash App if y'all feeling the stream and the PayPal. What's your experience with the ladies? Have you been married? You got a rotation, a girlfriend? Or you like fuck that shit? Like, what's your angle as far as dating?
Yeah, dating is interesting.
Thailand, because I know it might have changed since you moved there. Because I've been to Thailand and it's definitely an animal.
It's crazy. So I like white girls and so I don't really kind of mess around with the Asian ladies out here. They're beautiful, obviously, but when I had a girlfriend out here for about a year and kind of broke it off with her. I got a new girl now from Ukraine. So really nice, really sweet, really pretty. And so you still need the game. You still need the red pill. You still need that dread game and kind of keeping things interesting and basically just focusing on your mission and purpose and not really worrying too much about it. Then it's so easy. It's so much easier because you can have your pick, while you're out here. So where I live, it's a little different situation because everyone's coming here for vacation and holiday. So there's not, there's always an influx of new women, but they're mostly with their boyfriend or just out here kind of having fun, riding the carousel. So it's an interesting situation. But if you find, there's also a lot of expats especially from Russia, Russia, Ukraine, all around there, Eastern Europe. So they're coming out here to get away from the winter time, from the snow, and just kick it on the beach and do their thing out here. So if you can find one that that you get along with, that's actually living out here, that has a visa, that puts them here for the next couple months or next year, then it can work out. But if you just want to come out here, slay and play, then that's an option too, because you'll have fun out here all day. But after a while, I kind of did that when I first moved out here, got on the dating apps and was just having fun, racking up notches, and that gets kind of old, at least for me it did. And I wanted to just focus more on my business and stuff. But it's a good time out here. You definitely learn how American women have really changed. And then you come out here and you start remembering like back in high school, like how women used to be. And it's like, oh man, I like the women out here a lot more. They're a lot more feminine. They're a lot nicer. Even just going to the 7-Eleven and the little cashier lady just smiling and having that just nice, not sexual or anything, but just nice energy. It's like, oh man, I really miss this. So, I recommend it for guys just to travel and come out here, kind of like what you're saying that you've done. You've gone to a bunch of different places, see which one speaks to you, and especially with your kind of women, and either go visit there once or twice a year, or eventually make that place that you like to stay. So,
were you ever a girlfriend type of guy?
No, man, no. That's why it's been so weird out here lately. For a long time, didn't have a girlfriend, especially when I was doing my kind of home free lifestyle. I was basically a monk at that point. And so I think when I finally came back out, when I finally made it out here, that's why I went crazy for a while, just because I had been a monk for a year and a half. And so, but no, I mean, it's cool. If you want to have a lot of girls in a stable and a rotation, you can totally do that here. Or if you just want to find one and get to know them and kind of take your time, you can do that too. So that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I'm 43, and I'm thinking, man, am I going to have kids in my lifetime, or is that going to pass me by? So that's kind of the stage I'm at now. Obviously, for the younger guys, they just want to have a good time, make money, muscles, learn game. That being out here is a good place to do that. Especially with the red pill knowledge. Now, I see a lot of guys get suckered because they don't have that red pill knowledge. I'm talking more like maybe some older guys that come out here, and some younger guys, I'm sure, that they get mixed up with the wrong woman. She gets knocked up. It's just not a good situation. So that's why I really recommend all guys kind of learn that red pill. And learn the lessons from the older G's that have been there, like Afi, like AMS, like John, learn from the older guys, and then don't make those same mistakes, that they did. So that was kind of my thing with my videos back in the day, is I was just trying to teach guys like lessons that I learned along the way so that they can avoid those mistakes. It's good to be red pill. I think for MGTOW, for me, looking back, MGTOW should be like a pit stop on your journey. It shouldn't be the final destination. So if you do want to go into relationships and date women and find maybe one to settle down with, like, you really got to have that red pill knowledge, and you can't go at it blind, just pretending that, it doesn't exist, because these things do happen. But if you're savvy and you kind of know your way around women and female nature, you can have a blast. Like you can have a good time and still accomplish what your mission and purpose is in life.
Good. We got a question from Sincerely, and it's a good question because it's from a woman. So what would you tell a woman? She asked, what is red pill knowledge? How would you explain what a red pill knowledge is to a female?
Yeah, that's the thing, is there's the saying, there aren't any red pilled women out there. It's a myth. Well, I mean, I come at it a little bit different angle. A lot of guys talk about red pill in terms of dating and female nature. And that's where guys like Rolla Tomasi, the Rational Male, different books like that. Some of the older blogs, from back in the early 2000s, talk about red pill in terms of women and dating. I take a whole nother approach to the red pill. I mean, even just going back by definition to the movie The Matrix, when Morpheus presents Neo with the blue pill and the red pill, and he takes the red pill and kind of wakes up. He wakes up to the fact that the whole world that he knows it is engineered. It's a fake reality. And so, I kind of come at it a little bit different perspective. For me, the red pill isn't just dating in female nature. It's kind of how the whole world works. And when you see the matrix, quote unquote, the matrix for what it is, we're all stuck in it, but you can still thrive in it. Like you're not, we're not shackled down by physical shackles. The main things holding us down is our mindset and how we've been conditioned and programmed through years and years of schooling to be basically worker bees and just to, work, go home, watch TV, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. I call it the box lifestyle. But if you see it and you see yourself being a cog in a bigger machine, we still have the opportunity to pull out of that and to take the red pill and to get out of that kind of box lifestyle. So, I see it as the red pill is just waking up yourself to the greater truths in the world, whatever that means to you, and making your life, or at least the rest of your life, the way that you see it, living the way that you want to live, doing the things that you want to do. And with enough hard work and developing the right skills, you can do that. It's not too late. And especially if you're from the United States, there's other countries where you could be from where it's not so easy, but we have it in the United States. I mean, I'm very fortunate and very grateful that I was born in the United States, even though I don't live there now. And when I look and see what's going on in the United States, it's not our proudest moment. There's a lot of divide and conquer and infighting going on, but you could still get out and travel, and people look at you differently. Like when they know that you're an American, it's really interesting. Like being out here in Thailand, you would think, oh, how do you do it if you don't speak Thai or you don't speak another language? Everyone speaks English here. It's crazy. The Russians speak English, the Chinese, the Thais, the Europeans, they're all speaking English out here. So, the red pill, just to answer that question, is about awakening and realizing that you have the power to change your life however you see fit. And once you even get a taste of that, then there's no going back to the blue pill, the blue pill way of living. And so I would say I'm fully red pilled about the world, about how it works, about my place in it. And that's why I want to kind of help other guys kind of see their potential. And it just takes time, like going back to that theme of time, like anything you want to do that's good, it takes time. And if you have the time and the patience to see it through, you'll be successful. And that's where most people fail, is they don't give it enough time and enough effort. So if that's your thing, if you want to get out, if you want to travel, if you want to make money online, just keep doing it consistently every day and working towards that. And eventually it'll happen for you.
What would you say to guys? What tips would you give about the dark times, about the times where the expectations that you have, you're not meeting them? Say you have a goal on YouTube, you want to get 100 subscribers and you've been doing this shit 8 months and you have 30 subscribers. Say you want to make 10 grand a year and you've been doing shit for 5 years and you're making 2 grand a year. Like, what would you tell guys, ladies and gentlemen? And Principal Bay, shout out to you. You missed Adelina. She was up here giving game. You missed it. What would you tell them? The hardship, the haters. Like, what kind of mindset? How do you push through?
Yeah, I can only speak for kind of myself and for men in general, in that, the world, I was just thinking about this today, man. The world wants you soft. The world wants you soft. We live in a very easy time to be alive compared to our ancestors. And so the more times that you can go through suffering, that you can go through struggle, that's why guys, like, it's good to lift weights and work out, do cardio, push yourself physically, because we don't get that in our everyday lives. I mean, thankfully, we don't have to go farm and hunt and, get our own food every night. But at the same time, it does make you weak and soft. So if you feel like you're on your mission and you're going through dark times and things seem like they're never going to happen for you, just know that that's the part of the the beautiful part of your journey is the hard times, because those hard times will make you who you are and who you become. And you know, for me, living in my Jeep and doing videos from, you know, on YouTube and kind of growing my audience from living in my car, like, it was a hard time, but it was some of the best times I ever had. Like, looking back on that, I was laughing, I was happy every day. I was waking up and checking Bitcoin and seeing, oh man, it went up another 1,000. This is crazy. So those hard times make you who you need to be in order to have that responsibility for what you want to do. And everyone goes through those times. I think it just comes down to knowing yourself and loving yourself. And if I hadn't loved myself during those hard times, like, I would have just gotten depressed and quit. But because I knew that I had it in me to persevere and to make something better for myself, it comes down to self-love. I think at the end of the day, we got to give ourselves credit for just being who we are and kind of feeling ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to love you, and you're not going to get the things you want in life because you're not helping yourself. And then in order to get really anything you want in life, you really got to help other people get what they want in life. And so I think not even really having that purpose, but for me, making my videos and helping other people deal with their problems and their situation, make their lives a little bit easier because they could finally relate to someone, then I was able to kind of get what I wanted out of it. So self-love, just keep going and master yourself and master the world around you. And eventually you'll see the good times.
Good fucking shit, bro, right there. That's some excellent thing. Let's talk about how rewarding it is for you to help others, because I feel like even on your YouTube, see, I'm a roast you cats, because you motherfuckers do this shit. You guys want this free shit, but then when it come to donation time, you're quiet, right? And I don't have no sympathy for that shit. You cats say, yo, your money's tight. Your money's not tight. Your money's tight because you're tricking off on these hoes, taking them on these dates. That's why your money is tight. You know, because you're taking this one to dinner, you're taking this one to bowling, and then you hit me up asking how come you're not smashing. It's because you're leading with your wallet. That's the first thing. That's the first thing, right? So you have to give to receive, man. You really have to understand this concept. You know, I could go to Principal Bay's house right now. I can go to another bitch house right now and be laid up with her, talking to her, but instead, you see, I'm on here talking to you. Even when Kris Cantu, boom, he wasn't on here. I didn't stop the show. We still at it. You see what I'm saying? And then you guys got to choose what to work on. One guy came on, he couldn't find his purpose. We established that. Adelina, you seen her, she said she was not ready. She wasn't camera ready. So what do? We got a camera ready. Boom. She's a part of an interview. You see what I'm saying? So she had a problem speaking on a panel. Well, bam, boom. What better way to teach her how to do that than put her in a situation to win? This is fire game right now. You put her in a position to win. She can practice in her closet and talk to her motherfucking phone about how she's gonna come off, or I could just bring her up and bring her up here for her first time. Her first time, you're epic. You need to make content. Your first time you talked on a YouTube video, you got to co-host and interview Kris Cantu. You're fired for that. First time. That's your first time ever talking on the panel. You doing an interview with a big time influencer, man. One of the people who started this MGTOW and red pill shit. That's what you did on your first time. Pat yourself on the back. You did it. Do you feel better about yourself now? That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
See, we're not on here bashing women and talking fuckery shit. And if I were to take that lane, I would probably get more views, but that's not who I am. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather dumb down to be me. You see what I'm saying? Rather than try to be somebody else to satisfy a bunch of motherfuckers and being some character, man. I can get on here and give for real dating advice, like some dating coach shit, and cats will love that shit. But I chose to take another angle, man. I gotta stick to my guns, man. I gotta like doing this shit too. I am not gonna dread myself coming to this computer to talk to you guys about shit that I don't want to talk about every time, just so you guys can say I'm fired, just so you can leave. Fuck that, man. I gotta love this shit. We didn't help people since we've been on here talking, right? And then guess what? We're gonna do it again this week. That's the reward system right there. That's the motivation. That's why we do this shit. We don't do this shit for super chats. That's just investments for our time that we decide to give. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can help people and sometimes we cannot help people. But as long as we came to the plate and we stepped up, we know we did what we were supposed to do. You see? Put some fire signs in the chat. Y'all don't understand real fire game, man. I promise you.
Yeah, we're talking about abundance mindset. And one of the first ways that I was able to go down that path of abundance mindset is realizing that I need to give more of my time and also more of my money. Like if I see someone that's doing good work, I need to support them. I need to buy their ebooks. I need to send them, super chat donation, send them a little PayPal, because all that money that I would donate and kind of help other guys, it all comes back to you. Like you don't see it right away because it's not an instant transaction. But for sure, like for coaching, like whether it's John at MLD, whether it's you, Afi, whether it's anyone in our circle, Myron Gaines is another guy for getting in shape and getting your diet right. Like now's a great time to find a good coach or mentor or a few of them. If you guys are out there and you want to do something and you want to get there fast, invest in coaching. Like that's one of the biggest things that mindset shifts. Instead of thinking, oh, well, how can I save money? That's kind of a poor mindset. That's a minimalist mindset. Instead of, okay, how can I make more, have an abundance mindset? I find someone that's making more than me and I pay for coaching for them and pay for the shortcut, pay for the cheat codes. So, whether it's dating, you want to get your dating right, you want to get your mindset right for how you speak with women, your posture, your body language, whatever it is. If that's something you want to improve on in life, then pay someone else that has that knowledge and don't be afraid to support someone that you get value from. Don't be afraid to buy coaching. I have a couple guys that I pay for. I still have consultations with cats. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Because you'll feel good that you're getting the knowledge. You're going to support someone on what they're doing in their journey, and it's a win-win across the board. That's what gets you in an abundance mindset is not being kind of chinchy with your money, not thinking how can I save money, but it's like how can I make more money. And that was a big mindset shift for me. Always being kind of the saver mindset and always being kind of cheap and not wanting to spend money because I thought that the more money I saved, the more money I had. But it's only when I started investing in courses, investing in different masterminds and different one-on-one coaching, that's when my shit really blew up because I was getting the knowledge and the money was flowing, and it always comes back to you versus just try to keep it all for yourself. So I'd say that's one of the big things for having an abundance mindset is go out and get the knowledge from those that already have it, and you'll get there a lot faster.
Real talk. I invest in myself. I have consultations with OGs. Every time I go to a chat, I'm super chatting. That's how I come in, man. It's not based on the information that if I learned or not. You just gotta invest, man. And when you invest in people, people will invest back in you. Mm-hmm. That's just the story of it, man. And if investing, if it's not money, it's you guys dropping comments. Don't just sit in here and just be quiet and listen, secret watching, trying to get information to sit there and to repeat it and make it seem like you knew it first. Don't do it like that. Hey, sincerely, I like that here. Put your link in the chat. I want to see how you sound. You come up here and you say hi to us. It's your opportunity to say hi to two boss players. You put your email in the chat, and I'm gonna put you up here. And I got a question right here while you do that. Let's see. since you coming over here new, I'm gonna show you a good time. I'm gonna take you out, take you to the bar, beat you your favorite drink, teach you to take the salsa down and spin you around, right? And then I'm gonna let you freestyle.
Nice. Yeah. It looks like we got some questions in the live chat. Principal Bay, do red pill men date dominant women, or can you only date a more hush woman?
I like that.
I don't know, man. The whole term dominant woman just for me is like kind of a turn off. Like I'll just keep it real. Like there's a masculine energy and a feminine energy, and I'm gonna provide the masculine energy, and I want someone that's gonna complement me with the feminine energy, and that's how we fit together. So there's nothing wrong, I think, with a strong woman that's confident in herself, but I think being strong in femininity is for me more attractive. But that's just my opinion.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that. And I've told you this before. See, you can be a dominant woman and you can get men to do whatever the fuck you want, but being a dominant woman is a turn off for you. You see what I'm saying? So that means you're never going to be satisfied because you're going to be getting these guys who you're controlling and manipulating. And it's so easy and it's fun at first because it's like a pat on the back for you. Look what I can do. Look what I can make him do. Look how high I can make his interest. Look how I can shit on him. But then what happens, you get bored. Then you get bored, and then it's the next person and the next time. See, what you need is an alpha male, but the only problem is see, you got to learn how to submit. But to learn how to submit, you got to just trust the alpha male that he gonna take you to the right place. You see what I'm saying? Being a dominant female, you're used to controlling, right? So you don't know how to submit yourself to let a man take the lead because you've never been in a position to do that. But once you do, you're gonna find something that you didn't know exists, because it's a different. Even if you get men to do whatever you want, it's a different fulfillment when you with a man and you know that's your man, and you know you can depend on him, trust him, and he gonna have your back, and he gonna keep you warm, and he gonna keep you safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me say another question too. Red pill. She says, red pill women don't exist. I don't know if I'm red pill, but I've been wide awake since 17 years old. I don't know. Do you think that can be accurate? Well, Tanika, what do you feel? You're awake as far as what? You're awake as far as what other women do, or you awake as far as you understand how men work? Which one?
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think, definitions of the red pill. And so, yeah, I think you never get there is the thing. It's a constant journey of learning and self-discovery that will only end when you're not on this plane of existence anymore. So as much as I want to think, oh, I know how this world works and I know everything about the red pill and the matrix, whatever you want to call it, like I'm still learning. I'm still passionate for knowledge each and every day, going about in my journey and my awakening. So it's a journey, not a destination, I would say.
It's a journey, not a destination. That's a good one. She says, two is the man, opens the third eye. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's get some more questions in the chat so we can help some guys out and some ladies too. Y'all ladies in here. And y'all subscribe to them channels in the chat too. You ever gonna rebuild your YouTube? Because I thought that was you. I didn't know somebody was posting your old shit. I thought that was you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You like, what the fuck, man? Somebody's posting them.
It's good. Yeah. Well, he had emailed me middle of last year and said, "Hey, man, I got all these videos that I downloaded. Can I post them and start a new channel for you?" And I was like, "Sure, go for it. The information's there." It's even funnier now because I look back on those from even 2 years ago and think, man, I got a different approach today than I did 2 years ago. But if the information helps guys out there, then I think it should be available to guys. But I've definitely changed in my perception and my point of view. But I think the red pill rage, man, like maybe we're talking about the red pill, but when you wake up and you realize, man, I've been lied to my whole life. My mama lied to me. My daddy lied to me. The teachers lied to me. Everybody lied to me. And now I'm waking up to the truth by going to YouTube and watching guys that are kind of spitting the knowledge. You can kind of get pissed off. And I think a lot of my old content, if you look up Kris Cantu and find videos that are posted still on YouTube, like I was angry, man. I was angry about my own situation. I was angry for other people in the world that were kind of lied to. And so I think that's why I kind of got like maybe a little bit of a cold following, was just because I was expressing that anger in my videos, showing my face, using my name, spitting heat. So, there's that part of it. Red pill rage, red pill depression. A lot of guys, wake up and realize they were lied to this whole time, and they kind of get depressed. I look at it like depression and mental health is a big, big issue that not a lot of people want to talk about, especially in the United States, especially for men, because we're supposed to be these strong, like alpha dominant guys. But sometimes we kind of deal with some stuff, we gotta kind of address that, because there's a lot of guys that are taking their lives and getting into addictive, activities, and they don't feel like there's a lot of other people out there to help them. My best friend in 2011 committed suicide, and he was a guy that even got me to do videos and really pushed me to be a better version of myself. And so, I doing my video content was kind of to help the younger guys, so that they don't go down that route and they feel like they have a kind of a brotherhood of like-minded men, maybe not in their own neighborhoods, but at least online communities, to kind of help them and deal with certain issues that we're all facing. So that's kind of my take on it. And that's why I think these platforms are so good. Afi, you having me on, you having these other guys on, and then just forming like a community of like-minded people throughout the world, really, not even just in the United States, that we can all kind of be there and lift each other up in a positive way, to be better, to do better. And, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I started taking it serious early, because I remember my first consultation that I had was a guy in Ghana. So it just touched me like, damn, it's just a cool thing. Like I said before, somebody can say, man, what you do today? Oh man, I just changed this dude's life in Africa, earlier. Know what I'm saying?
Just,
and it's the truth though. Really what happened.
Cool.
And without YouTube, I wouldn't have the platform or the access to these people. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, we deal with bullshit, and even YouTube, like people think that we're in control just because like you may put a new YouTube video out and it may go viral and go 100K views. That doesn't necessarily guarantee you a big following, a lot of subscribers. You can get a lot of subscribers and they can shadow ban you. Like only guys that understand and make content know these things. Like it can really happen. So you have to be humble. You can't be thinking you're a big shot and I got 20,000 subscribers now, I'm the fucking man and shit. And YouTube, they'll put a hold on your shit. No one will get your notifications, and then you go on live when there's 3 people on there. And you just had 200 people on there last week.
Yeah.
You gotta be. I was on here getting super chats. One email away, more super chats.
Exactly. I do have a couple channels on YouTube that I don't show my face or use my name, but that earn me affiliate commissions, and so I got to be real sneaky about where I drop the link to go buy this affiliate product or whatever. I got to be real sneaky about it, but coming out and talking about certain subjects, the way that the algorithm works, even on the live streams. I mean, if you start playing a Bun B song or some music right now, it flags it right away. It's really smart like that. So, I guess in a way it kind of helped me out too, because after I lost my first channel, I started putting out more positive content, which is what I should have been doing anyway. Now, look, I mean, everyone goes through struggles. Everyone goes through different parts of their life, the dark times. Sometimes they're good times. But the more that you focus on the positive and building yourself up strong in mind, body, and spirit, the more that you'll have positive people in your life and you'll do positive things. Admittedly, a lot of my content was focused on the negative, whether it was what's going on negatively in the world, what's going on with women in a negative light, or what's maybe the problem with some women these days. And so you can focus on that, kind of what's wrong in the world. And there's a whole bunch of other people that just want to, they say misery loves company. And I think part of my old content, I was attracting other guys that were in that same kind of misery mindset. And it's good to express those things, but you don't want to live there. You always want to keep it like in a positive direction. And that's where people will get value, because they'll see you smiling, they'll see you happy, doing your thing. And that's the energy, like with this guy in Ghana, like you're touching lives from all over the world because you're putting out that positive energy. People see you smiling, doing your thing. And so I think my lesson learned is kind of stay in that positive mindset. Doesn't mean you throw a bunch of BS out there just to like false positive energy. People, you can pick up on that pretty easily, but still to understand we all go through different struggles and problems in our lives, but it's the solutions that you provide to people. It's the solutions that you give and you help other people and lead them to that really, that's where you make the most impact on this world, is helping people find solutions to these problems.
It's kind of funny. Now, maybe this may resonate with you too. Now this isn't a jab at me or you, but it's just reality. We can give really good advice to situations that we're not emotionally attached to. See, the reason why you guys make bad decisions is because you're emotionally attached to those decisions. See, we're in a position, we're on the outside, and we can tell you how weird, tricky, or even stupid certain things are that you won't be able to see yourself because you're living in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same way of me living in a situation where someone else from the outside can kind of tell me, you know what I mean? Just like us talking right now, Kris Cantu was giving me game on abundance mindset, just about living and going abroad and actually planning and calling to action. You know what I'm saying? And I'm humble enough to understand that he's actually living it. So he can teach me. I'm not on here just because I got newcomer of the year and all this shit. I fucking know everything and can't nobody tell me nothing. No, the fact that somebody can tell me something shows that I'm intelligent and I'm confident and smart. But humble. You have to be a student of the game. You have to continuously. I got a book right here. I don't even have to like go get one. I got books all over my damn house. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always self-approving and figuring out ways to I can monetize my talents and monetize my mind, man.
Yep. And
I spend a lot of time. You got to be, if you have goals in life, the best way I feel like is to accomplish them is to get obsessed with your goals.
Yep.
You can want your goals, you can need your goals, but until you're obsessed with your goals, it's not going to happen for you, because when you're obsessed with your goals, it's all you think about. And everything that you do, it all comes to a plan about this one thing that you're doing. Even if it's something else, it all makes the connection back to the one thing. And that's what happens when you're obsessed with your goals. That's how you get things accomplished. You're going to have times where you fucking up. You're going to have times where you fall off. You know what I'm saying? But just the key is you got to reassess yourself constantly, and you got to realign yourself.
Yep.
You know, you feel yourself going like this, you just align it, get the will alignment. And then that's how you get straight back towards your goal, your focus and your purpose, the lane right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of abundance mindset also is a growth mindset. And so a growth mindset, well, maybe the opposite of growth mindset is a fixed mindset. And this is something that I was raised in a family with a fixed mindset. And it took me a long time to get out of the fixed mindset. But essentially, if you think everything is the way that it is and can't change, that's like a fixed mindset. So the money you're making right now, the health that you're in right now, the relationship that you are or are not in right now, thinking that all of that is fixed and can never be changed, even go so far as like your intelligence level. If you think, okay, well, I can't learn anymore. I'm as smart as I'm ever going to be. You know, that's a fixed mindset. And I would say most people have a fixed mindset because of their past beliefs, biases, and really just the bullshit that they believe and they tell themselves every day. I think certain people start to develop growth mindset when you start to see other people living the life that you want or doing the things and being happy, and they're attracted to that. And maybe that's why they'll subscribe to your YouTube channel or join your Patreon or even go out and get coaching from you, because they see you're doing it a little bit differently. And for having a growth mindset, like none of this shit is fixed at all. Like you can change how smart you are. You can change your health. You can change your fitness, relationships. Like all of this shit is just very fluid. But you got to believe in that it can even be changed to begin with. Like if I didn't think I could go and live in another country, I'd still be in the United States working these sales tech jobs in some cubicle and just thinking, okay, well, this is life. This is it. This is all, for me. But because I saw other guys doing it and I wanted to do that, and I kind of figured out a way through time, through a few years of trying different things and seeing what worked and what didn't. And so that's another part of the abundance mindset, is having a growth mindset, knowing that you can get out of your situation, that you can change things. It just takes some time and effort. And some of those times aren't easy times either. You're going to have to struggle and learn new things and feel kind of dumb sometimes. But by doing that, you actually make yourself a lot smarter in the end. So, if hopefully that's valuable for people watching out there. But that's one thing that helped me, is just that growth mindset of being able to change the things that I don't like and through time and effort, make a better life for myself.
Struggle makes you stronger.
Yeah,
it really does. And the more you avoid it, the longer you avoid it, the longer it's going to take for you to learn your lessons. Get it over with. Fuck up. I didn't fucked up. I always said, before, like I've said, like, yeah, I've mastered women and shit, and that's cool. And I've dealt with women on every avenue that can be dead, whether it's this, and this. But at the same time, all that energy that I wasted in my 20s chasing booty and shit, I could have had a doctorate by now.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't even have to chase at all. I would just exist.
Yep.
But we all have our purpose and learn things for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because certain situations brought me here. I'm here now, and I like to touch people, and it even had me second guessing my job to where it's like, it's not fulfilling as it used to be. It's not as fulfilling as it used to be. So now I find fulfillment in something else, and you got to get to a point where you can accept that. Because some people won't accept it; they'll stay in denial of what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just prolonging your shit. Just accept what's in front of you and deal with it. Figure out a way to get around it or go through it.
Yep.
The reason why we can talk and do this shit and hold y'all attention is because we it's not that we're book star. We have wisdom, man. Wisdom is experience. You can read 10, 20 books and shit. You still not gonna know the things that we know because they don't have the experience. And the people who are writing those books, they're writing it based on their experience. It's not yours and not mine. So you're not gonna learn the feeling behind what they went through. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to go out there and do it.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
I see it. I see it. Well, shit, man. We've been on here 2 hours and 10 minutes. You got some things some gems you wanna get a chat. I appreciate the time. You know, but we can still flow though. If you got some gas, we could take some more questions. I'm chilling to be honest, but I just know where you're at. You're in Thailand and shit. What time is it over there?
It's noon. It's about 12:16 p.m. So middle of the day.
Chilling.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, I think I saw one about dual citizenship. If I have to have dual citizenship to live here in Thailand. So no, the way it works is you get a visa, and every country has different requirements. So let's say, you know, I have a United States passport. So that grants me certain visa requirements in certain countries, and if you have a passport from another country, and those may be different because you're coming from like a European country, for example. So Thailand is one of those countries that's very easy to visit. You basically come here with your passport. They give you 30-day visa on arrival, and then you can just chill for 30 days. Now, to stay a little longer, like I've been doing, there's certain other visas that you can get on. There's a education visa. There's like a Muay Thai. If you want to train Muay Thai, there's a visa you can get for that. If you're over 50, let's say, and you have a retirement income coming in every month, then you can actually apply to stay a lot longer here with that, you know, if you meet those requirements. So any country you visit is going to have different visa requirements. So I don't have to be a citizen of Thailand or get citizenship here to be able to stay here. I just have to work it out with my visa, you know, pay a little extra money, and basically they take care of renewing my passport every 90 days to get like another 90 days. So you just kind of keep doing that.
Every 90 days, you just resubmitting, and it's not really the process. It just kind of goes like, okay, it's back.
Yeah.
Every 90 days, you're doing some shit, and then you're back to it.
Easy. Yeah. You just pay them a little extra, and they take care of it, and they kind of handle everything for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crystal says, Chris, do you feel like your friends support you and your channel, Instagram, whatever? If you do, if so, do they enjoy the content? If not, how do you feel about it?
I don't know.
Started when people like, yeah, that's a good idea, or they're like, that shit was stupid.
It was always kind of positive. I mean, the thing with YouTube, man, is there's just like so many keyboard warriors out there, and they're mostly like faceless people that you never see. And so it could feel like maybe if you're just starting your channel out and you get some of these haters on there, it can feel like overwhelming, and they'll kind of mask out even the positive supporters sometimes, because you're always going to think we're human. So we're always going to think of the one guy that said something negative versus like the 5-10 guys that were supportive. But I mean, I would say for the most part, supportive. I mean, you know, you never really, you can only judge by the comments and the feedback and stuff. So now that I'm on Instagram, it's a little bit different platform wise than like YouTube, because there's no kind of comments. I mean, I guess there is on the images and stuff, but not on the stories. So yeah, I would say, I mean, the good thing, like you said earlier, is you're just speaking what's on your mind, and it's coming from a good place. So there's not really a lot of bad you can kind of put out there. And I mean, I don't really speak on anything controversial anymore. I kind of keep things like that offline, off of any platform, and just kind of keep to myself. I want to make sure that for moving forward, like I just want to put positive information out that's going to provide value to guys. So, you know, if people don't like it or disagree, I like when they don't disagree or when they disagree. Like me and LFA had a good stream, and I think we disagreed about like no FAP, and it was cool to have that conversation. So I wish that would happen more. Like if me and Afi disagreed on something, we would just have it out, say our points, and go on to the next thing. But I think these days people will really like the drama marketing, and sometimes we'll use drama marketing to boost their views and their viewership and their channel subscriptions. So I try to stay away from all that and just keep it real, and like real recognize real is what I say. So I saw Afi doing his thing. He was being supportive. I'm like, let's do a live together and let's support each other. So that's where I like to keep it.
You know, and even then, like this don't have to be the only time you got on some shit. You want some shit you want to talk about? The door is open. I mean, you can always talk, and it gets easier and easier as Adelina sing. You know what I mean? And look at that. She's hanging out in the comments now. She has more experience than her friend who actually creates content. So what happens now? She can teach her.
Right.
You can teach her. You can show her. You can give her tips now. Why? Because you've been in a position now. Put her on game. You know?
Definitely.
All right, man. Well, it's getting late for me. Last words, tell these guys where you can reach you. You know, all that. Check you out.
Yeah, definitely. And
what else you want to tell them? You can pump everything you got over here. Say that shit.
All right. Well, first off, thanks for having me on the initial run on the Afi Kingdom channel. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone out there. I would say, man, have gratitude each and every day for the life that you're given. And just always remember to peel back and just think, you know, there's people that are out there that don't have it as good as we have it today. Where I go running up in the mountains in the jungle 2 or 3 times per week, and I see people that are literally living in the jungle. I mean, they're really poor. The kids are playing with dirt, like no toys, no sticks, just playing with dirt, literally. And so it always reminds me to be grateful and be humble about things, because there's always someone out there that's going through a lot worse than you are. And so abundance mindset is really like a gratitude mindset. Always have gratitude for your life, even if you're going through hard times or struggle, to just peel back and appreciate the things that you have, and work towards the things that you want to have and want to change in your life. So that really helped me, even though, you know, I could look back and pick out certain things about being raised by single mom, or, you know, my dad wasn't around, and what about this and what about this? But you just kind of persevere, and it makes you stronger in the end. And so I kind of leave with that, is just always have a gratitude mindset about life. And yeah, it's pretty much it. I would say for the best place to reach me is on Instagram, _Kris.Cantu. You can kind of go. I think we'll probably post some stories about our little live stream here. So I appreciate you, Afi. Also, I have a website called straightlinemindset.com, straightlinemindset.com. And what I try to do there is to help people with digital detox and help them get focused. You know, as great as these platforms are, as much as I love, you know, I got my iPhone and Instagram and YouTube and all these platforms, as great as they are, it's always good to take a step back and to turn off the devices, turn off the screens, and go live life and go work on, you know, what your mission and purpose is. Now, a lot of it, because we're online, has to do with these platforms and building our followings and doing our kind of networking and marketing on these platforms. But about 8 months ago or so, I deleted all my social, and I really just focused on my number one thing, which is growing my copywriting agency. And so now I'm in a good place with that. And so I started kind of getting out and starting an Instagram and starting doing some one-on-one coaching. But I would say straightlinemindset.com, you can download my 48-hour digital detox formula. It's like a 5 or 6 video training series, a couple PDFs you can download, and just take a weekend off. You know, from Friday afternoon to Monday morning, take a weekend off, go for a hike, get out in nature. You know, put the phone on airplane mode, hide it somewhere, and just kind of live life how we used to before all these devices and all these social media platforms started consuming all of our attention. And so if you can do that, you're going to be a lot happier. You're going to feel less depressed. You're going to actually be smarter, because when you do get back on to the online platforms, you're going to see it with a fresh set of eyes. And so it's going to make you at producing content or whatever your thing is to do online. It's going to make you even better from taking some time away from it. So that's what I would recommend. That's the best place to reach me. And, you know, if you guys want to take a little time off and get reset from your dopamine receptors, always looking at the notifications, always looking at the new comments, you know, this new subscribers, all this. It's kind of like a casino, like a lottery, like a slot machine that the way they've engineered these platforms. So the more that you can get away from that, or at least maybe 1 or 2 days a week, you get offline and you go back to nature and you kind of, you know, begin to, you know, figure out who you are as a person, not who your avatar is online, then, you know, there's some positive benefits there. And especially if you have kids, man, how many times you see kids, you know, Afi, you're there at school teaching, you know, how many of those kids are stuck glued to a tablet or a smartphone? Yeah, all of them. Teachers too, you know. Teacher, we're all kind of stuck in that too. So what I've noticed is the more time I spend away, the more engaged I am when I'm there in front of the screen, and the better work that I'm doing. So if that can help you guys in any way, definitely go to straightlinemindset.com, you know, get the free course and start putting it to use in your own life. See what areas you can kind of disconnect from, and you'll be better off for it.
I'm gonna have to hit you up on some coaching too, so I can get that boss mindset to live in my car, because I ain't there yet. I want to be there, but I'll say this: I'm a bookmark this date, and you know, obviously, I'm saying come on again, but we'll do a drop on this same day a year from now, and I'll be out the country somewhere doing something.
Let's do it.
We're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold myself accountable, and then this conversation we had will be so significant.
Yep.
Make sure y'all drop a "We Are Kings" in the chat. Follow me on Instagram, Dominance Mindset and Raw Game. Follow my personal channel, Mr. International King Afi. If you want a video, you have a problem, hit the Cash App, $5, $10, $20, 5, 10, 20 minutes. Easy for you to recognize. Subscribe to the Mukbang channel. I got a new drop for y'all this week. Subscribe to the Expert Level Wrestling Podcast. All these channels are red pill. Don't get me wrong. They're still red pill. The Mukbang channel I'm eating, but I'm still talking to women. I'm still chopping red pill game. Wrestling, same shit. Patreon. If you want videos on demand daily, get on my Patreon. I'll give you advice about how to tie your shoes. I give you advice about getting your ex back. But I'm not going to do it on YouTube. It has to be on the Patreon. Make sure y'all get on that. You invest in me, I invest in you. That's the way things work. Appreciate your time, Chris. I'm going to play a song. You play the links in there, and then we'll be out.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Afi.
Good, man. Let me see this.
You go ride out. Oh, we can do it. We can do it real big. Oh, yeah. Where my ladies at? You want some of this meat, ladies?
Oh, good. Hi, Lincoln.